Hey Zesties, hey guys. Well, tonight I'm going to Aldi to do a grocery haul. And I know that I told you in my last video or my last grocery haul video that I've actually been ordering online this month from the beginning of September from Woolworths. And this is something I have never done in my life before. Well, not consistently. And I'm doing it this month because I've been particularly busy with work. But now I'm asking the question, how much more is it costing me to shop this way? I feel it's not costing me anything at all. So extra. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm going into Aldi with my exact Woolworths shopping list from 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to buy all the same products, well, as close as I can get to it, and I'm going to compare the prices for you as we go along, and then we're going to have a really good look at which supermarket is cheaper. So it's not going to be an exact science, but I will explain it along the way. So because most of my shopping hauls have been very similar this month, I just grabbed a shopping list from 2 weeks ago and I'm copying that one. It's probably half the things I don't need, but I felt that was the best way to do it rather than plan something. Just make it super authentic. Okay, so let's get this video started. Here we are at home with the grocery haul. I'm going to go through product by product and give you the price of both Aldi and Woolworths and tell you exactly what I bought and why. For example, if I had to sort of swap it out a bit because it's a different supermarket. Also bearing in mind that when I'm at Woolworths or when I'm shopping Woolworths, I'm always grabbing the specials. So we're comparing specials with sort of just general everyday Aldi products. Okay, we're starting out with pizzas, and we had McCain's on special at Woolworths for $6.80 each, and Aldi is $4.49 for meat lovers, just their generic brand. Okay, next I was comparing turkey mince at Woolworths with just beef and pork mince at Aldi, around about the same price. And then Woolworths, we have 10 sausages for $10, and at Aldi, we have 12 sausages for $10 or thereabouts. Okay, moving on, we have meatballs. Now, the meatballs at Woolworths were lamb and beef, and these are pork and beef at Aldi, so that's the difference in price, quite significant. I don't know if it's because of the lamb or not. And then the yogurts, we have a 12 pack of Yoplait yogurts for $8.50 at Woolworths, and then these yogurts at Aldi for $5.49. Now, that's a huge difference. Okay, Woolworths, 1.8 kilos of beef for $19 or 1.9 at Aldi for I think it was $22. 3 heads of broccoli, $4.50 at Woolworths and $3.69 at Aldi. Moving on, we have the chicken breasts, and we have $8.48 a kilo at Woolworths and $10.99 a kilo at Aldi. So a little bit more expensive there at Aldi. That was interesting. Now, I had chicken Kieves at Woolworths, 8 portions for $14, and then I had this yummy like KFC type chicken. So that was a little cheaper. And then we have the avocados, a little more expensive at Woolworths at $4.50 for 5. And then we have dog food. Now, the dog food at Woolworths was on special, and it was very similar to this. So we have 700 grams for $4.50 or 1 kilo at Aldi for $5.39. Cheese is $10.50 at Woolworths and $8.99 at Aldi. $1 for the crackers or 95 cents at Aldi. Blueberries. Now, this was a different week, so this might not be very accurate, $3 as opposed to $2.79. And then strawberries, $2 and $3 at Aldi, but that's a different week as well. Mandarins, $1.88 for 4 or $2 at Aldi. Okay, Palmolive foaming soap was $2 at half price at Woolworths, and Aldi we have that soap there at a comparable price. This is $5 at Woolworths for 900 mils and $3.58 at Aldi. The Woolworths was at half price as well. Jif was on sale at half price for $2.40 at Woolworths. We have the Aldi brand. Okay, toilet cleaner, we had a brand at Woolworths at half price for $3.50 and Aldi $2.19. And we also have the Palmolive body wash at Woolworths for $8.40 and the Aldi generic one for $4.39. Woolworths also has a generic one as well. And moving on to ice cream, we have 2 liters of Peter's ice cream for $5.50 or $5.49 at Aldi for its ice cream, its special ice cream. Woolworths rice is $1.80 each. Aldi is $1.65 each. Woolworths Kirk's lemonade was on special, $1.42 each. Aldi Fizz Aldi Fizz is Aldi Fizz, $1.09 each. Woolworths actually has a generic brand also that's the same price as Aldi. Fruit juice, peaches and fruit juice. So we have that there, 10 pack for $5.20 or 8 for $3.98 at Aldi. So that's the difference there. Very, very similar product. And $1.10 each for the tomatoes at Woolworths or 95 cents each at Aldi. Moving on, what have we got? Bacon. 740 grams at Woolworths for $12.50 or 1 kilo at Aldi for $10.49. Now there's a true saving, same type of bacon. And the ham at Woolworths is $3.35 for 100 grams or $1.99 at Aldi. So that's another good saving as well. Green curry paste, $1.99 at Aldi, $2.30 at Woolworths. Aldi is my favorite product by far when it comes to curry paste. And then the gluten-free pasta, $3.50 at Woolworths and $2.49 at Aldi, but the brand at Woolworths was much better and it was on sale for half price. Okay, now this surprised me. Muesli bars, $3.30 at Woolworths for a very similar one and $4.49 at Aldi. $2.75 at Woolworths for these bars and a similar one, $2.89 at Aldi. So that surprised me. Okay, butter is just here as an extra, comparing it with a product I bought for the same price at Woolworths, which was coconut aminos. So that sort of cancels each other out. Very similar eggies, but different prices. And then the Buller ice creams at Woolworths were half price at $4.50, but you can get some just the same at Aldi every week for $4.99. Watermelon. Now, I compared a 10-pack of Solo for $9.50 with all of this sparkling water for $9.98, so it's 12, but it was the same mils of drink, so I'm sort of comparing it that way, even though it's a completely different drink. But yes, I do like the sparkling water at Aldi. Great price. And then these potato chips are, where is the price? $7.50 at Woolworths each and $7.49 at Aldi, and it's the same product, I do believe. Paper towels, we're getting 3 paper towels at Aldi for $2.99 and at Woolworths for $2, but that was on special. So there we go, pretty much the same price. Unsweetened pineapple juice I'm buying instead of sparkling blood orange mango water that I normally get, so that's comparative. And the Pepsi price is exactly the same as well, which is interesting. And then we have 500 grams for the pasta sauce, $2.75 at Woolworths. That was Legos on special, and $2.49 at Aldi. Love that product there, that Aldi product, one of my absolute favorites. So that's a great buy. Now we're comparing the 4 times 300 mils of soft drinks for in the glass bottle for $4.50 at Woolworths, $4.29 at Aldi. And then we have the ginger ale. So we've got 4 bottles for $4.50 at Woolworths and 6 bottles at Aldi for $6.69. Phew, that was a mouthful. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. As I said, it's not an exact science, but it was really interesting for me. Okay, $403.56 at Woolworths. We're taking away $42, which were products that I bought that day that I'm not comparing to anything I bought at Aldi. It was a big tin of coffee and a huge bag of dog biscuits. So it also will take off the delivery fee and the paper bags. So the total I spent at Woolworths on just food was $354.56. At Aldi, we're taking off some percolated coffee, leaving the total of just the food $326.35. So the difference between the two stores was $32.21. Which to me is so worth it for the time it takes me to go to the store, and with Aldi packing and unpacking and, getting back in the car. So the time that it takes me to get to Aldi is worth it to have the groceries delivered from Woolworths for that $32 at the moment. So I found it really, really interesting. It's a great tool. It's not apples for apples exactly. And I know it's not perfect, but I hope it will start a conversation, because I think we all need to talk about groceries and the rising costs on families so much more. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to have any feedback from you, what you do, how you're going. And yeah, otherwise, I will see you on the next video. See ya.